Hey guys, welcome back to Flex Recaps. The movie opens with a young couple down in a car on the outskirts of Cherry Falls' small town. The guy is trying to seduce the girl to get love, but she rejects it because she is not ready to say goodbye. Virgin, they don't know another car is parked nearby with someone watching. Surname a car came from behind and turned on the headlights caused talk blind and can't see anyone. Command Rob decided to come closer when he was surprised. A stranger opened the door and hit him in the head. Jumping out of a car, a man with a knife attacked the boy and caused a few strokes. Scared girls screaming in horror and closed the hope that this can save her a minute after being injured. Rob crawled to the car and asked him. Lover opens the door as soon as she a stranger took boy's life and girl attack. She tries to dance, but the man catch up with girl's tree and threatened with a knife. At the same time, another couple is kissing in the car near the girl's house. Sheriff Jody's daughter and her Kenny's boyfriend is having a good time, but at the most important moment that the girl refuses. Guys like her are still not ready for him. Be her first man. A car approached them from behind, driven by Marge, Jody's mother. She asked, his daughter is in a hurry like her father, maybe angry at their tardiness. Kenny waited a year and insists on having fun, but Jody refuses and returned home, leading to them. Farewell back home. The girl goes to her room and went to see her father, who, controlling every step of his schoolgirl, displeased with her tardiness and punish her by forbidding her to go for a walk next weekend. At 4 o'clock, the girl wakes up because someone called her father and called her to work in the morning. The police chief arrives at the crime scene site and see the lifeless body of a boy and girlfriend nailed to a tree. It shocked Brent because in their town, no one has ever been able to something like that. Meanwhile, Jody rushes to school and learned from a journalist classmate that 2 students lost their lives that night. A terrible crime engulfed in mourning. Not only students but also Tom, town resident director. Seidler announces a day of remembrance, and classes are cancelled to classmates can remember the deceased with some kind. From teacher Mr. Leonard Marlaston meet students to discuss what happened. Someone sympathizes, others are shocked because of what happened. Yes, people who joke about the present situation. The sheriff goes to school and met the director. He used to be in the same class. He thinks he needs to talk to the kids about what happened and head to Jody's class. Then the students go to the cafeteria where they discuss relationships and difficulties arise in them. Someone is secretly in love with someone classmates, while others are victims of rumors on the basis of conflict happens while the killer continues. Prepare for the next attack and sharpen knives. In the evening, the parents of one of the female students go to a party, ring the doorbell, trust Annette to open it, and face the criminal. He hit the girl on the head with a door until she passed out. It's almost the night when my parents come home and see their lifeless bodies. Girl nailed to the ceiling, hanging light. The sheriff trains his daughter to fighting technique when suddenly he receive a call and be notified of a new call. Criminal FBI agents involved in the case as active criminals in the city at Morgue. Brent talking to a pathologist and know that the empty word is carved into the inside of the victim's thigh. Perhaps the man chooses extremes. Accuracy to kill anyone, and all Cherry's falling virgins are in danger. When he returned home, the sheriff communicate with her daughter and know that she has no experience either in bed. In the morning, girls meet with the teacher. Suddenly she noticed someone's presence, that they're trying to know who's following them, but they can't find anyone for the time being. The police chief surrounds the students. Parents in the gym to discuss situation. He reported that the victims of virgin criminals' parents tease each other because some have nothing to fear. Turn the meeting into fight. Timmy and Jody hear the sheriff's conversation with his parents. The reporter asked for the girl's phone, called the editorial and publishing department. The feeling at some point it leaves, and Jody is looking for a classmate that she soon heard his phone ring and found Timmy's lifeless body in the closet. Scared girl tries to escape and face a criminal. Try to fight the unknown with a Jody knife, run away, and hid in biology room use whatever comes handy for protection after stuns him. She escapes and meets her father the next morning. Jody wrote it determined, and it shows that the criminal is a woman and her guy appeared in the station ready, responsible, but the police understand that he just passed away. Mind, and try to draw attention to he himself. The sheriff went to his office and called. Tom reminds him of events that took place 27 years ago. Jody tries to find out her father's secret and listen to his conversation with director after hearing the name. Laurel Sherman, soon to be a mother to her daughter and her best. Sandy's friend arrived at the station on father invites daughter home, but it's easier for her in the middle of her classmates. Let Jody go to school. Here she is welcome as a heroine because girl managed to fight with the criminal who attacked her. Kenny is also very impressed with Jody's take courage and ask for forgiveness. All that has been said before. The guy sincerely likes her and proposes to her restore the relationship to make myself happy. Jody also learned from Sandy that high school students decide to have a party where they can lose chastity so that criminals are excluded from the list of potential victims. Kenny invited Jody to the party and she promised to think about it, implying that she will agree to have love. Recognize what is a responsible party. Wait for them. Girls gather on the site. Listen to a conference of only experienced classmate. She says manners, and if he is necessary to protect yourself by avoiding problems and pregnancy. Boys don't care because they are grateful to the criminal, because now the girls are ready for anything. Lost principle. What did journalists learn? Happened at school and created a report based on this. Tom was very angry and informed about speakers will have bass punishment for joining the party, not afraid of students at all, because it's better to be expelled. Lost life at hand. Criminal back home. Jody communicates with his mother and try to discover who is Laurel Sherman and what happened to her 27 years ago. Marge said nothing. Then the girl ran away and went to library. She flips through old newspapers. Search for information and find some articles about Laurel. At that moment, she heard that someone was follow her and get the figurine. Self-defense facing mom in the hallway. Jody calms down and asks him to stop. Say what happened. Marge confessed and said 27 years. It was Laurel who was caught by 4 drunks. Graduate, they are the children of the rich, and parents are powerful and also glorious. Should the teen feel their guilt? Prove that the police did not press charges because there is not enough evidence and Laurel is not awake. 2 of these people left town forever. The 3rd has become the principal of school and the last is Jody's father. Mom thinks she has nothing to do, worried because Brent is a debt participate in what's going on and doesn't use Laurel unlike her teammates. While the sheriff goes somewhere else town and found a home that belongs. Laurel Sherman, once inside a ruined building, the man went down to the basement and saw that the play looks more like torture. The room is full of necklaces and other weird things. Here he finds a scary doll and realized that the house is empty. Back to the sheriff's car. Didn't realize someone was inside home and watch it all the time. Deputy Mino called him and told him who Tom wants to meet and discuss. Something important. Rebellious nature prevails, good education, and Jody comes to Kenny. The girl is ready for anything and asks. The guy didn't hesitate, but he understand that it's all for sorry. Kenny's parents don't accept. A generous gift from a girl like him. Want my feelings and desires to be sincerely. Plus, he was the one who followed Jody at school and saw how warmly she treated her professor. In memory of Leonardo, the girl arguing with her lover and hurry and run away. Kenny asked, stop, or their relationship will end, but Jody ignores him. At night, Brent rushed to school and find Tom's dead body in director's room. Here a stranger attacked him and hit the head of the sheriff. Meanwhile, students gather at her. The police side protects the youth, but do not interfere in their business. Like, they don't do anything illegal at a party. Even bookworms have a chance. Seduce a beauty because girls are ready to fall in love with someone just to be a woman and scratch herself. Crime list. Kenny also came here and fell in arm of one girl at a time. He realizes he just wants Jody and go find him at once. The girl went home to her teacher and meet him on the threshold with a heavy chest. He helped Leonardo drag him into the house and down to the basement at some point. She wondered what was hiding in the chest, and the teacher replied that his father there and maybe his be skeptical of Leonardo Jolie's words, went downstairs and opened the trunk of the car and saw her bloody father lying down fainting. At this point, the teacher exits, mask of an intellectual debonair, and reveal his criminal nature. Punching the girl in the face makes her loss of sanity. Moments later, Jodie woke up and realized that she was tied to a chair, a few meters away from my father. Leonardo's makeup and wig, then it becomes. It is clear that he is the only criminal was in town and the man did not use. Picture of my mother confused my songs. He has a headache and finds comfort in Laurel face. By changing her appearance, teacher, make Brent say it all it happened 27 years ago. The boys rushed to the party and met Laurel with her broken-down car. Is a pretty and drunk girl. Students can't resist Brent. Sick like three friends. Take turns taking advantage of the girl. The guy doesn't want to join. But his classmates really put him in it. The result of all this is Leonardo, the son of Brent, who took the life of teenagers to punish their parents. Might and lies and evils. Try to punish the sheriff as well. A man tries to leave a scar on Jodie's body. But Kenny went to his house to get girl. Leonardo reacts strongly to the guy and ordered him to leave, but he understands that Jodie is in her house like. The girl's bicycle was nearby after the collision professor and ran inside. Kenny found her with the sheriff in basements and frees them. While the professor broke his axe door and break-in attack prisoner, Brent sacrifices himself and allows teenagers to get away, put the axe on the sheriff and his father. Leonardo took his life. Students ran to the party and tell the police what happened, but criminals catch them and took the officer's life, couple trying to hide in the house. But the panic starts here. Leonardo hurts everyone who stands his way and pursues Jodie at a time. Kenny tries to stop it, but gets hurt. Face-to-face man again. Jodie, remember the tricks my father taught me here, and pushed Leonardo from the balcony. The girl's crazy brother meets her. The railing broke through his body. At one point, Leonardo tries to catch a student, but deputy sheriff put 2 clips on him. A few days later, FBI agent asked Jodie and her mother, but they couldn't help the investigation and left. On the way, the girl saw a Leonardo for a while, but he immediately disappeared.